feel the heat, but we don't wanna let go. We answer questions that we ask alone. I hear the words, but they're coming out an echo. Stop, would you give up the fight if you had no time to even surrender? Would you give up your rights and let your life slide away? Your nirvana. I feel a way I've never felt before. I finally found what I'm looking for. Stop, would you give up the fight if you had no time to even surrender? Would you give up your rights and let your life slide away? Give up the fight if you had no time to even surrender. Would you give up your rights and let your life slide away? There's a race, so you win, lead to race. There's a race, so you win, lead to
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 97th episode of FNV. FNV is short for Friday Night VTubing, and this is a show where I, your host Zarastro, interview various VTubers from all over the community. And tonight, our wonderful guest will be Skully Sinful. Skully, please say hi, introduce yourself, and tell our listeners a fun little interesting fact about yourself that they might not know.
Gotcha. So, real quick,
Yeah.
there's doubling. I don't know where it's coming from, though.
There's doubling. Do you have the stream unmuted on YouTube or something?
Oh, I found it. Apparently, I had opened because I have it open on your on my separate browser, but I also had it open in Discord, so that was very confusing. But it's sorted now. Fun fact that no one knows about me. So I was thinking about this for a little while.
Wait.
And,
Introduce yourself first.
Oh,
Tell us who you are.
Gotcha.
What you are.
Gotcha. Hello, everybody.
A quick,
I'm Skully
short,
Sinful,
quick. Yeah.
your big bro, and I do variety content on Twitch. I do voice acting all over the place, and yeah, I do art as well, and I'm pretty much a full package.
Oh, hell yeah. The full package, you say?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. I might call you on Echan then, in that case, since you did say, you know, big brother and all that. So, hey.
I am the big bro, the Oni-chan of Betty.
Well, okay. You were about to start off with your fun little interesting fact about yourself before I rudely interrupted you. So please continue.
So rudely. So I had to wonder about this because you specifically wanted something that I hadn't really shared with the chat or my chat ever before.
Yeah.
So that got me thinking, like, man, I share a lot of things with my chat. I'm pretty open. But I haven't shared this one little tidbit of my early life.
Hey-o.
And that's I used to do musicals in elementary school.
Oh,
right?
shit.
And I was a pretty good singer back then. I still had like that nice angelic voice you have when you're, you know, prepubescent.
But were you a soprano?
I don't know about that. But I did have a really nice voice, and I was like the lead in a few of our elementary school musicals. However, in 6th grade, I turned down the role of Troy from High School Musical, and I went for a different role because I was like, it's too much. It's too much work. I have a lot of stuff going on, little sixth grader me.
Having a lot of stuff going on in 6th grade. What were you doing? Working like 3 part-time jobs?
Oh, I was doing stuff and things. It was a very busy time in my life.
Yeah, no, I've got too many things on my plate right now. 6th grade.
It's a little diva story I had from when I was younger.
A little diva story. Do you ever wish you could go back to doing musicals and shit like that?
Yeah, it's actually something I really regretted later in life that I never ended up pursuing, because I really did enjoy doing musicals when I was younger. And
really regretted not being sorry.
Yep. And the thing was, I still did the understudy for Troy, so I still had to learn all the lines for Troy anyway.
Why?
Yep.
Wait, how does that work?
Because I wasn't a very smart 6th grader.
Bruh. Nah, I've got too much on my plate. Does it anyway? But still doesn't do it. There's all the prep work for it. And what did they specifically offer you the role?
Yeah, it was actually really funny because the music teacher at the time actually begged me to do it, and I was like, nah, I don't want to.
Damn.
But I'll still do the understudy for it. I just don't want to do it. It's too much.
Did the music teacher's opinion of you change?
Nah, she still loved me.
Still loved. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
At least they weren't like the one that got away, like in tears or whatever.
Yeah, no, she was cool. Yeah, a lot of my teachers loved. A lot of my teachers that focused on extracurriculars, they all really liked me. A lot of my actual teachers didn't really like me because I was a troublemaker growing up. Like I did all sorts of bad stuff. I was constantly in the principal's office, getting in fights, getting in arguments. It was a mess.
Couldn't be me, dude. I was the most fucking. In Afrikaans, we have the saying, when you're the teacher's pet, we call it you're being a vetbroodjie, which is just like, white bread. You're being that.
Yep.
You're being the white bread for the teacher.
Oh my god.
And that was me. I was kind of like the teacher's pet, not always, but to some of them. And I've gotten detention once, and it wasn't even really my fault. It was in primary school.
Oh wow.
Which our school system works different. We don't have middle school. We have primary school and high school. The primary school is grade R, which is before grade 1. To grade 7.
So that'd be our kindergarten?
Yeah, kindergarten. Yeah, grade R is kindergarten. And then high school is grade 8 till 12.
Oh, so, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So you have 5 years of high school?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
In my opinion, it's better than only 3. It is 3, right? Where you guys are?
No, we have 4. We have 4. We have freshman to senior year.
What other stuff? It's freshman, then is it junior, sophomore, senior?
It's sophomore, junior, senior.
So freshman, sophomore, junior, senior.
Yep.
Yeah, no, we just have grade 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Easy. And 12 is sometimes called matric, or is very often called matric, because you matriculate.
Matric. Ah, gotcha.
When you get your is it NHS N something N something S your high school diploma essentially.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So you when you matriculate, cool. You get that thing. But yeah, the NCS, yes, thank you, Abdul. But yeah, I had detention once because in primary school they're like super strict. When you have recess, before you go back into the classes, you line up in the courtyard. You line up so that they can do like a roll call, check nobody's skipping class or anything like that. But when you're standing in the lines before heading to class, you've got to be fucking dead quiet. I don't know why, but then you have the, what do you call it? The senior council, but each grade has one. Your prefects.
Oh god. Okay.
Yeah, your prefects.
Prefect.
And they it's like a hall monitor, but for the lines. For the lines out in the courtyard, and you're not allowed to speak. And I was speaking to my buddy who was standing right in front of me, and we were arguing about something, and we were just, not being rowdy, but being not quiet. And that got us into detention. I was like, what the fuck? What?
Damn.
I bailed on it. I didn't go to detention.
Good. Yeah.
So,
Don't do it if you don't have to.
No, right? And I mean, it's primary school. I was fucking grade 4. You're gonna give me detention for speaking in a line after he said what? That's stupid.
Exactly. You were having too much fun in 4th grade.
Yeah. And like I've been in the principal.
It was like, it's too much.
Yeah.
You're enjoying yourself at school a little too much. We can't have that.
Exactly. And I mean, you know, with ADHD and all that shit, I'm not gonna sit still or focus and shit. That ain't happening.
Completely understandable, to be honest.
Yeah. And the only times I've really been in principal's office was never for bad things. It's more like, hey, the principal wants to see you. Oh, okay. And then it's like, I don't know. At one point, it was like some kind of an academic achievement or something that I half-assed.
So weird.
And it somehow worked, and it never happened again. And otherwise, it's like, oh yeah, I'll go help with whatever they need, just so that I can get out of class. Any excuse to walk around the halls with the hall pass, huh?
Yeah, for me, it was reading was my big thing. I really loved reading. Yeah, I grew up a little more poor than a lot of people. So I would pretty much do reading as my main source of entertainment.
Honestly,
I didn't have, like,
that was me too.
Video games or anything like that.
That was me in primary school up until 8th grade in high school.
Hell yeah. Oh, in high school, I was still reading.
No, in high school, I got a cheap-ass computer and I started playing Skyrim in grade 8.
Oh, hells yeah. Yeah.
I learned how to pirate games and shit.
Yeah, I got like a PlayStation and I really enjoyed that. But, you know, obviously you can't have a PlayStation at school. So I would just read during classes. I'm like a fairly decent student. Like I do well pretty much no matter what, even if I don't really pay attention.
Mood.
So I would just read. I would just read books. And when the teachers would get upset at me, I'd be like, listen, I already did the whatever you told me to do. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Let me do what I want.
Yeah, I must have read like a few thousand books over the course of my schooling.
Jeez.
Because
I don't think I was that.
A lot.
I was mainly I was that kid. I didn't really have that many friends. I was reading during recess, just sitting in my corner, eating my food, you know, reading a book or something. To be honest, my memories of primary school are all super hazy. I don't remember a lot. But
honestly,
yeah.
that's a huge mood because what I remember from primary school is reading. Like I was just reading books.
Dude, I just remember. I don't even remember what books I read. I don't even remember what books I read back then. I think at some point.
I remember one book very vividly, and it was called The Candy Shop War.
I have never heard of that.
Yeah, it was this really cool book about like these kids who had found a shop that gave them magic candies that would do like crazy stuff.
Back to the Beanstalk type vibes, but turned up on steroids.
Yeah, but like, okay, imagine like the vibes of something kind of similar to like Stranger Things, but instead of like, ooh, crazy sci-fi, it's like candy shop owners who make like magic candies that can do crazy stuff, and they're fighting each other. It's
Dude, I can
really
see
wild.
I can see
wild.
I can see how you as a kid dig that. Like that premise sounds like a kid would enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile,
no.
I remember the only series that I remember reading as a kid in primary school was the Night Angel trilogy from Brent Weeks, which is
trilogy.
An absolutely amazing trilogy. I would definitely still recommend it. It is not a book meant for kids.
Hell yeah.
Definitely not. But it is amazing. Let me quickly get the synopsis. Okay, here. Very short synopsis. The story follows the life of Azoth as he struggles as a guild rat to become the ultimate wet boy, but then tries to leave it all behind and finally becomes the avatar of retribution, the Night Angel.
That sounds cool. That sounds cool.
No, they're just all they're fucking amazing. And they came out 2008, so that was when I was 7. Because I'm a a one baby.
Oh damn.
So what? Yeah, it came out when I was in kindergarten, actually. Or was it grade 1? I think you go grade 1 when you're 7 years old. Yeah. On here at least. So yeah, no, I was reading that shit early on.
I remember reading. It's a little more famous than the candy shop. Actually, a lot more famous.
A lot more.
Yeah, at the time that I started reading it, it was one copy that we had in the library. There's none of the sequels out yet, and there was no major motion picture in the works.
What was it?
Can you guess the book?
Harry Potter.
Nope.
No,
I'm not that old, man. I'm not that
old. I was thinking Lord of the Rings, but that's just as old.
That is older.
Yeah. Wait. Motion picture. How big are we talking? How many sequels?
4.
4 sequels.
4 in total.
So
Four in
four.
total.
So 4 books. How many movies?
Okay, wait. There are 4 movies, 3 books.
4 movies, 3 books. I have no idea.
Really?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you think I was reading Game of Thrones?
Oh, sorry, not Game of Thrones. A Dance of Fire and Ice. Or is it Song of Fire and Ice? Song of Ice and Fire.
Fire and Ice. No, it was the Hunger Games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was reading the Hunger Games, I think, in 5th or 6th grade.
Damn.
I was like, man, this thing is fucking cool. Holy shit. Like, this book is really awesome. And eventually, like, it started getting big, and I was like, I was there first.
I liked
it before school. Yeah, I liked it before school. Yep.
I liked it before it became.
I was into teen dystopia before teen dystopia got oversaturated.
You're like, I watched what is it called, Maze Runner before it became popular.
I actually did read Maze Runner before it got popular, but it was never like super. It was a cool concept, but it never like drew me in like some of the other stuff I ended up reading.
Honestly, Maze Runner, only the first movie's good. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I've watched the second and I don't. Is there a third? Is there even a third? I think there is a third.
I think.
Well, I've never watched it.
This point.
I remember watching the second one and not thinking much of it.
Yeah. At one point, it's like I stopped watching movies based on books because I was like, I got my book already. I don't want to actually ruin this like idea I have of like the thing I really like.
Yeah.
By watching the movie.
Meanwhile, I've got the same thing.
They're like, oh, come on.
Yeah. No. Sometimes they really do fucking drop the ball on the stuff. Like recently, my parents rewatched Hitman, the movie, and I always thought the movie or the games were based on the movie. It's the other way around. The movie was based on the games, and I think a year or two ago by now, I streamed Hitman 1 and 2. I haven't done Hitman 3 yet because that shit's still expensive. And I played the games and then we rewatched the movie and I'm like, Agent 47 in the games are better. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's just so much better. His witty, his voice is so much it's like I'm not shitting on the actor who played 47 in the movie. The actor is good, you know, solid acting. But sorry, 47 in the games, so much better.
Imagine if they did that with something like Assassin's Creed. Like your first exposure to Assassin's Creed was the Assassin's Creed movie, not the games.
Oh
god, that'd be the worst. Or
isn't
like
there,
Resident Evil. Oh my god, Resident Evil is such a crazy one to think about. Isn't there a movie
though? I swear there's an Assassin's Creed movie. I know I've got the Assassin's Creed Unity book.
The Assassin's Creed movie is just like...
Is it horrible?
Awful. It's just awful.
Oh no.
It's not good.
No.
And I can just imagine someone like watching the Assassin's Creed movie or maybe like the Resident Evil movies and then trying to play the games and being like, this isn't anything at all.
This
like,
ain't the same.
Movie.
Yeah, no, that
God.
Or it was, what was it, like the Warcraft movie? It's not at all anything to do with the game itself. Like nothing. It's a good movie. Don't get me wrong.
Oh my gosh.
I enjoyed the movie, and I've never played the game, and I never wanted to play it either because I'm not really interested in MMORPGs like
So
Final
I have a
Fantasy
really
14 or
fun
anything like
story
that. Yeah, go.
about Warcraft in particular, because
Go.
my wife adores Warcraft, World of Warcraft. She really likes, you know, the Warcraft. What are they called when it comes like the original genre of game they are? It's is it a
MMORPGs?
tactical RPG? World of Warcraft is an MMORPG, but like the original Warcraft games, I think they're like tactical RPGs or something.
Oh, I have no idea.
And she just adored those games. Like they were her favorites. She loved World of Warcraft. She played them a ton. So we went to go watch the Warcraft movie because, you know, she really liked it. I was like,
Yeah.
cool video game movie. I don't really care. And so it was really funny because when we finished watching it, I was like, that was a fun movie. I enjoyed that. And she was upset. She was angry.
She was like, how dare you put the Warcraft name on this?
Like her arms were crossed. She was just like frowning. She was really mad. And I was like, I thought it was a fun movie, baby. It's just like, you don't understand. I'm like,
Don't
no,
understand.
I do not. I don't get it at all. I just know I had a really good time watching this dumb movie about orcs.
For real. Like, I mean, in the end, I guess that is a good thing. They didn't try to make it, you know, like the game. So, but I don't know. Another recent one like that made me. That's along the lines of this is like the Uncharted movie with Tom Holland.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like, I thought the movie was, you know, it's good. The movie is good and all, but don't compare it to the games. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's a completely different experience that you're gonna get from either or.
Yeah, unfortunately. But I mean, you know, it's at least it was a decent movie, and I mean, it had Tom Holland in it.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Holland's always a plus. Love that guy.
Yeah, same. I've recently been getting so many just shorts, YouTube shorts of like clips of interviews and stuff from him.
Oh, cool. I know he has some fun interviews.
Yeah,
I think he interviews very well in comparison to some other actors.
especially when there's a new Marvel movie coming out. then all of the news reporters and journalists and everybody's like just they're paying solid attention when he speaks, or in case he slips.
Yeah, I feel like if I was in any movie, I'd be so bad at keeping things
dude,
under
same.
wraps.
I 100% understand how feels when he accidentally leaks. You know, like, oh shit, wait. Wasn't supposed to say that, was I?
Like I already struggle with keeping things under wrap for like VTubing.
Exactly.
So I can only imagine how bad it would be if I was like doing one of my favorite roles of all time, right?
Exactly.
Like if I managed to land a crazy role that I was super into and someone's interviewing me like, hey, what's your favorite part about that? It's like, oh my God, this scene I did. And then it was like, oh shit, I wasn't supposed to say that.
Fuck.
Man, why didn't you stop me 20 minutes ago?
No, for real. But okay, I think we should get back on track with our main list of questions. So, are you ready for my first question for you?
Not at all. I'm so
not at all. Okay. Well, here it comes. What is your lore?
Oh, okay. That was pretty easy. What is my lore?
Yeah.
Well, I run an interdimensional nightclub called the Sinful Skulls. I am the patron, and yeah, we can host all sorts of people, and it lets me travel to all sorts of cool realities like this one.
Hell yeah. You just teleported into the back rooms. Well, not the back rooms, the staff room, the dressing rooms, the you know, the back rooms of the whatever. Words are escaping me, but okay. So, what kind of things do you do over there at the nightclub? what got, or other, no, let me ask you then, what made you choose to start a nightclub?
You actually used to be part of this whole city called Threshold, and it was a pretty good place. It was basically a city that was made for monsters and humans. It was a place where they could coexist. I saw that they were struggling. There was a lot of still kind of like segregation going on, and I didn't really vibe with that. So I made a pretty much a safe place for humans and monsters to congregate and, you know, mingle and interact and have a good time together.
Oh yeah, with a no violence policy.
Well, sometimes you can't help it.
I mean, the occasional bar fight's gotta happen.
Yeah, there's a few bar fights.
It's gotta happen at some point, you know, when enough liquor's
on the dance floor.
involved. Yeah, you step on one person's toes while dancing a bit too often, you know.
Had a few John Wick like shootouts go on, and it was just like,
hell yeah. Have you watched Have you watched number 4?
Number 4? I haven't actually.
Okay.
I've been meaning to do it for the longest time, but I keep on getting distracted.
I was about to say something, but I won't.
Okay, thank you.
It's amazing, and you should watch it. That's all I'm gonna say. Please watch it.
I love the first 3.
Yeah, no, they're all good. And actually, recently I found a very good competitor and a series that I actually think might be better than John Wick. I'm not saying John Wick's bad. Just don't put those words in my mouth. But the series that I compare it to is The Equalizer.
Oh, Equalizer slaps. No, yeah, those are really fun.
Yeah, and I mean, come on, it's got Denzel in it.
However, I think what I appreciate about like John Wick in comparison to stuff like The Equalizer or maybe like other more contemporary films like Nobody.
Oh yeah.
Is I don't know, John Wick just has like this sense of style and mystique because of the whole continental. Like there's like this lore to it that's not really important, right? Like
it's not too important in the movies, and they don't really go too much into it. I'm assuming they're going to go more into it in the series, in the spin-off series called The Continental, which recently started airing.
It just adds like this whole sense of just like, this is a world where everyone's an assassin, everyone's just like chill with that.
Real. And they're all speaking codes on the fucking radio or whatever.
Has it's just like, okay, sure, why not? That's fun. That's awesome.
You know, you just go into the barber or whatever, and you're like, hey, I would like this thing, and then it's like, understood. Presses a button. Hey, look, there's a fucking big ass armory with like hella guns,
7 katanas.
Yeah, like hella guns and different types of ammo, and it's like, you know, fucking grenade launchers, RPGs, that type shit, you know. You know, it's just casually chilling there.
Punch at Mach 10, but it fits under your suit.
Yeah,
wonderful, isn't it?
Ain't it amazing? It's like, hey, you see this wonderful Italian suit? Yeah, here's a 50 cal rifle. Nothing. Basically. But I think actually no, my favorite thing about John Wick and all of the movies, and especially number 4, the choreography of fights.
Oh yeah,
I'm telling you, when you watch 4, just enjoy the choreography of the fights. They are absolutely amazing.
Yep, that's what happens when you get stuntmen to direct.
Yeah, and when you have when John Wick,
that's not seen in other action films.
Yeah, when Keanu Reeves is like, you know, he's the producer and stuntman. He does his own stunts and shit. And yeah, and I mean that's basically the whole John Wick series, which is one big fight. Well, all of the movies are just, you know, one fight after the other.
Yup. It's just, all right, let's go from cool action set piece to cool action set piece, throw in a little bit of like mystery lore, betrayals, and boom. Yeah, I still think John Wick 1 is the perfect movie. It's the perfect action movie.
Is it because they killed the dog and that's enough motivation?
I mean, it's a really strong motivation to just throw in, you know?
True.
Like, it's a very concise movie. Like, everything is resolved. You get the emotional payoffs that you wanted, and then the action scenes are phenomenal. They're all unique and take place in different like styles and locations, and it just feels fun to watch.
Yeah. But no, that is a. How did we get here? All right, bar fights in the club. That's how we got here.
Yep.
Let's get a bit back on track and let me ask you the next question. So, out of character, what were some of your biggest inspirations or influences behind your design?
So this
we can
really
talk
fun.
about both this one and your previous, the Skully one.
Okay, so this one's really fun because I do my own art, which means I do my own designs.
Yeah.
So my original design, which I can actually, can I?
You should be able to pull
Let
it
me
up.
see. Boop, boop. Oh gosh, he's so big.
Big boy.
Anyway. Yeah, this was my original design.
Yeah,
The
there we go.
tracking isn't working super well.
That's the Skully I know.
So here, I'm gonna switch back.
Why is your jaw not opening when you talk?
Because it's broken. It's broken. Also, I'm tiny. I'm a little guy.
Okay.
But,
First you went big,
yeah,
then you were too
It
tiny.
doesn't work well with VTube Studio, I found.
Oh, with VBridger.
Yeah, with VBridger.
Yeah, no, I had to re-rig this model for VBridger as well, and if I don't use it with VBridger, then it also breaks. And if I don't use something that's not set up for VBridger, it also breaks. So yeah, no, don't worry, I get you.
Yeah. So that one was actually a character I had made for something completely different. It was like my little self-insert in a story I had been writing for a while.
Okay.
And when it came to time to actually start VTubing, I was like, okay, I'll just use my self-insert character for this other project. He feels unique, and I really don't have any other ideas.
Yeah.
At that time, I wasn't super familiar with VTubing. It was just like, okay. I wasn't like a big part of the culture. I just saw it as like, hey, this is a way I can do non-face cam streaming. Because my current career that I was going for, I really didn't want to have my actual face out there.
Fair.
Connected to my like VTubing stuff, because I was trying to pursue something in education at the time. So I was like, no, let's do something that's a little less impersonal. So I went with Skully.
Yeah.
And Skully, I had been using him as kind of like my username and my icon on Twitter, and it was like kind of my artist persona. So he kind of just carried over for when I started doing VTubing, because I was like, oh, okay. And his design was pretty much codified within that world. It was the Sinful Skulls was like a project that had going on for a long time. And yeah, but like there's a character that can be seen that I've drawn on Twitter, and she's still around, called Lilith. And she has like this red dress shirt, black tie, etc., and the gold accents. So that was like the whole aesthetic I had been going for like the Sinful Skulls. So that's kind of like what fed into his design.
Okay.
And yeah, this design though is a little more interesting, because I was like, I think I did this one at the beginning of this year, and I was like, okay, if I was to start VTubing today, knowing what I know now about VTubing and what I like,
yeah,
how would I do it? And I was like, okay, I adore hellhounds. They're my favorite. I feel comfortable enough. I'm no longer pursuing education as a career. I want to reflect a little bit more of myself.
Yeah.
So then I made my model kind of look like an ideal version of myself. Added bits of hellhound lore, cadejos from what's it called? Cadejos. Yeah, from Mesoamerican mythology. What's like cadejos? Mexican, San Salvadorian cadejos. They're pretty much our devil dogs.
Oh, okay.
In Latin America.
Okay.
Sorry, I think someone's doing stuff outside. But
I can't hear it.
But okay, that's good. That's good. It means it didn't get picked up. But yeah, I really like that kind of imagery, and I was like, okay, let's do something along those lines. Let's lean into hellhounds, werewolves, because I've always adored werewolves. And so I just really leaned into that. I wanted a little more like of a punk rocker aesthetic. So I was like, okay, let's throw on, like a denim vest, throw on all my favorite bands and just things I love on the shoulders as patches, and just like, yeah.
Wait,
right,
can you zoom in
this
on
is
those
gonna be
patches?
Me. Yeah, sure. So some of them are
Are
bands,
those
some of them
actual
are just,
logos?
Yeah. They're from different stuff.
Wait, I don't recognize any of those. I thought for a sec, hey, I might recognize a logo or something. No, I don't.
No, some of the more popular ones are stuff like Linkin Park, 3 Days Grace, Bradio, if you're familiar with Japanese funk. They're the ones who did the opening to Flyers. That's what their more popular stuff. But I love
okay.
Bradio's so fun. And then there's just a few video game references, some anime stuff, some books, because I love books, so I included book references there too. And yeah, and then obligatory, I love my wife patch. It's small, but it's a little rectangle.
Oh, that one.
Right,
okay, I see. I do see the Linkin Park one now. I thought that one looked familiar, but I've not seen their logo enough. And I do listen to some 3 Days Grace as well. Not too much.
Yeah.
But you know.
I went with their original logo because I really love the vocalist they had in their first few albums. So
okay.
Yeah, because I think their logo now looks a lot different.
Probably. I mean, I don't understand if you change vocalists. It's kind of like changing the whole band. Not really. Not entirely changing the whole band, but vocalists are super important when it comes to the identity of the band, especially since they're usually the front man as well.
Oh yeah, that's why. Here, I'm gonna zoom back in. But I decided to go with the newest logo from 3 Days Grace after the death of Chester. They removed his little hexagon to show that their band isn't complete anymore.
Oh.
And like that broke my heart, but like, but I wanted, because I've been following 3 Days Grace since I was very young, and I've been listening to their stuff since they've had like 1 or 2 albums out, and they meant a lot to me. So Chester's passing hit me really, really, really hard. For anyone unfamiliar, that's the lead singer of Linkin Park, and I love that guy's music.
I did not know that Chester. I did not know that Chester was the lead singer of 3 Days Grace as well.
He's not.
Oh, wait. You said 3 Days Grace.
Did I miss? I think you misspoke. I was talking about Linkin Park. I was talking about Linkin Park for that one. Okay. They have like this. Is it a hexagon or is it an octagon? 1, 2. It's a hexagon, and each side's supposed to represent one of the band members. So when he passed, they removed one of the sides to show that a part of the band's gone.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's understandable. Yeah. Okay, I do see the logo now. Yeah.
But yeah, I really wanted to represent things that I loved and things that I cared about in this model. So there's a ton of like random toggles and fun stuff that I included that was just dumb memes and stuff that I figured we'd all enjoy. And yeah, that's why I was super happy about the patches, because I was like, I don't know. It's just an easy way to see things that I care about.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I like that. So then, you mentioned, having the idea for the character before coming into VTubing, but then how did you stumble upon it? How did you fall down the rabbit hole? How did you discover VTubing?
So, okay, this is actually kind of embarrassing because like the only thing I really knew about VTubing was Kizuna.
Yeah.
Because I was around when she started getting popular, but I just viewed her as a YouTuber. Like she was just.
I mean, that's basically what she was.
3D YouTuber. That's it. I was
basically
like,
what she was.
Yeah, and when it came to actually what inspired me to become a VTuber is that I didn't want to draw multiple PNGs for YouTube. So, but I was like, okay, I can draw one model and it'll emote for me when I talk. Okay, that sounds easier than drawing 4 or 5 PNGs. So in 10 days, I rigged my first model.
Holy.
And I did the art for it too, because I was like, all right, let's just do this.
Holy.
And then I started streaming.
Damn. 10 days? I'm fucking speedrun that shit.
Yep,
How-
it was
how
not
long-
very good. Skully 1.0 is a decrepit old man, and I love him so much, but he was not well done.
Do you want to see my first model?
Yeah, let's see it.
I'm not against pulling it up. I cringe every time I do, because going back there is oh my. Dude, this is so bad. Like the rigging is so awful. I did it. This is my rigging, but it's like it's so limited. I barely knew anything of fucking deformers. Look at how flat I am. Look at that. My head doesn't even turn. My body Y or my body Z is just a fucking rotation deformer, bro. What?
Yep. Man, gosh, yeah, no. remembering some of the old stuff you do is always like no one likes to remember what they were like when they were younger.
No, we don't.
Like you had like 7, maybe 8 tops per person, like golden moments when you were younger. All the other stuff is garbage.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's cringy. You don't want to think about it. It's just like nope.
Yeah,
I'd rather not.
Anything you said that was cringe or anything like that. You know, there's just so much.
I got too much going on to be Troy in the musical. Sorry.
Exactly. But okay, so then you found Kizuna Eye. When was that?
Oh, that was when she first came out.
Okay, and then
I said, I hadn't really thought of her as like a VTuber.
What was the push for, actually becoming one? Like what and how did you learn about Live 2D and that shit?
So, like I said, I was going to originally do YouTube.
Yeah.
And I was making my PNGs for the original Skully, and I was like, man, this is tough. So I went on Fiverr, and I was like, I was looking for ideas for like what's it called? For emotes and expressions and stuff like that, because I was trying to figure out like what my other PNGs should be.
Yeah.
And that's when I discovered VTubing through like Fiverr searches, ironically, because I was like, okay, what's this VTubing thing? And then I started doing more research. I was like, oh, so it's kind of like 2D versions of Kizuna Eye. That sounds a little easier than doing a bunch of PNGs. And like, I was right technically.
Technically, yeah.
Like instead of like 4 or 5 different illustrations, I just did one illustration, then I cut it up a bunch, and then I spent like 5 hours rigging it and getting help from people who knew what they were doing. And then I was like, okay. Oh, I started seeing what other people were doing in the VTubing sphere, and I was like, okay, they stream? My wife laughs when I play video games. Okay, I guess I could do that. I started streaming, and like a week or 2 later, I had hit affiliate, and I was like, oh, okay, I could totally do this for shortsies.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's how it started.
And you've been kicking ever since.
Yeah, it was very not planned. It was very impromptu. I had no idea what I was doing when I started off, and I didn't even mean to become a streamer. I wanted to do YouTube. So yeah, it was a bit of a mess.
Do you do any YouTube content now?
I do.
Okay, wait. Send a message in chat real quick, because then I can open your channel and then tag you in the stream title. But you know what? While you're doing that, by the way, if you guys have enjoyed this episode so far, please do consider going down below and hitting the like button, subscribing, the notification bell. You know what to do on all of those things by now.
Like and subscribe, y'all.
Exactly. And hey, it worked. Somebody just dropped a like. I appreciate that. And yeah, if you want to check out anything else to do with the show, go check out fnv.crd.co. That is the homepage for everything to do with the show. There you can find links to the audio-only platforms, because the show is currently available, although quite backlogged, on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Anchor FM. And otherwise, if you are a VTuber and you wish to apply to be a guest for Season 2, there is also a Google Forms link that you can fill in to, do that. Once again, as I've mentioned previously, I don't know when Season 2 will happen. I can't make any promises. I just know Season 1 will end at episode 100. So, yeah. But feel free to just throw your shot, shoot your shot in there, and then, see, maybe you come on and eventually, maybe. I don't know. But otherwise, my show can't go on without our guests. So please do go check out my wonderful guest tonight, Skully Sinful. You can find his Twitter and Twitch in both the description, on screen, in the show notes. It's everywhere. Go check him out. He's a great guy, and he makes some great content. And then otherwise, why can I not open channel? I can't open your channel when I can go to channel on PC on my phone. I can do it there.
It's so weird. I don't know what's up.
I don't know. YouTube is weird, fam.
YouTube has been weird. I've been struggling with YouTube. I'm gonna be honest.
There we go. Now I've got you tagged in the title. So hey, now you can also go find his YouTube on the archive of this episode, which is also available on fnv.co.co. Now let's get back to you and making YouTube content. So you said, what do you do on YouTube then?
So YouTube, I'm just trying all sorts of stuff. Like right now, I've been throwing just anything I can think of at the wall and seeing what sticks. It's really weird because there's been times where I've tried like more video essay content, and I really love video essay content. It's some of my favorite stuff. I made one on a show called Oshinoko.
Okay.
I don't know if you're familiar with that.
No, only the one of the best anime released in the year so far.
Yep.
Yep.
So good. I had made a video on it, and I was really happy with it, and it got like a few thousand views, and then it got copyright struck, and I had to re-upload it. And so I was like, okay, all right, I'll edit out the things that they didn't like, and then blah blah blah. I'm on like upload 18 of it, and I can't get it to
still
stick.
Doesn't want
It's super frustrating. It's getting taken down at around like 1,000 or so views, and it's super annoying. So I'm like, man, should I go for video content or like video essay content? Maybe I should hire an editor, because I'm obviously not good at this.
What is it saying is the issue? Like, is it purely just copyright?
It was just copyright, because I used a lot of clips from the actual.
Okay. Yeah, that's the issue.
Yeah, I tried keeping it under like 10 for each relevant thing I was doing, but sometimes they would like stitch together the stuff that I was using, and I was like, okay, whatever. So yeah, eventually I do want to get that one back uploaded, but yeah, I've been trying like meme content, like, because sometimes I think of stupid little things, so I just toss it on there. By far, my most popular videos are this random guide I did on Gundam Evolution on Barbados, because I really like what's it called, Iron-Blooded Orphans. It's one of my patches on my vest here. I really loved Iron-Blooded Orphans, so I made a single video on basically how to play the main mech from that show, and that one did amazingly well, and it still gets views and comments every now and then. I'm just like, damn, why couldn't I have gotten this amount of love on my Chainsaw Man video? I really love that video. I worked so hard on that one. And like, I think there's even some live action cosplay content that I've done on there that was like dorky and for fun. So yeah, I've tried so many different things to make my YouTube work.
And you've just not found the thing that sticks.
Yeah, no, it is all over the place.
Yeah. It's difficult. Yeah. YouTube's a different game from Twitch.
Oh yeah.
Especially when streaming too. Like, sometimes I wish I could just start a stream on YouTube, but I can't. I have to make a thumbnail. And most of the time, it's not an issue. I like making thumbnails. I don't always put a lot of effort into them. Usually they're quite low effort, but I've got like a formula and it works for me. So yeah, most of the time I just do that when it comes to thumbnails. But it's like sometimes, I just want to be like, you know what? It's like 7 p.m. in the evening. I'm about to play some Rust with my buddies. Why not just stream it? Have a fun time. And then I'm like, no, but I first got to make the schedule, make a thumbnail for it, actually start the stream on YouTube, and then like announce it on Twitter, and I'm just like, nah.
Yep.
That's one thing.
It's gonna be a huge pain.
Yeah, that's one thing I envy of Twitch, but otherwise YouTube's better. I ain't gonna get locked into some what do you call it, affiliate contract with Twitch. I'm not gonna sell my soul to the purple snakes.
Oh yeah, no, I totally sold my soul like Chris. I was like, emotes, hell yeah, sign me up, let's go. That was very easy to buy. I was like, oh wait, I can get emotes? Okay, I'm sold, let's go with that.
I'm just trying to get partner here.
Yeah, no, it's rough.
It's a grind.
It's tough. It's hard.
I've had the 1,000 sub milestone for the entire year, which is that was probably the easiest thing for me to get. The watch time. The watch time is the thing that is a bitch, because you need 4,000 watch hours in a 12-month rolling period, and earlier in the year I was stuck. I was like hard stuck at 3.1, 3.2. And then end of June, I got a job. And ever since then, it's a full-time job.
So much harder.
It really is, especially when it's like, I've mentioned this before, admin assistant at a doctor's office. It's tiring and exhausting.
That's tough work.
So it's like, by the time I get home, it's already 6 p.m. I'm probably gonna have dinner anywhere between 8 and 10. I've still got rigging and stuff that needs to be done every now and then, at least, because I've got clients waiting on me and all that. And it's like, I just don't get the time to stream, and it's just FNV. That's all I've been doing, and I've fallen down. And I can't get up, and I've gone down to 2.7k hours in the year. With the last couple months, if I just quickly check on vidIQ, the last couple months, none of them have broken 3 digits, I think.
Yeah, gosh, that sucks.
So when next year rolls around, I'm gonna be suffering.
I remember what I'm struggling with for a partner is getting just 1K followers in particular. What I had ended up doing, and the thing is, this plan only half worked, and I was super upset about it. There was Secrets of Gloomrot for a game called V Rising. Really fun game. I really liked it. I managed to get creator access to that game. So there was an entire week that I spent playing that game, thinking of videos, and I was only able to execute on 3 of them because I had joined the wrong server, and halfway through the playtest that we got, they wiped the server I was in.
Oh no.
Which meant all of like the end game content, I had like boss guides planned, I had like tips and tricks for blah 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 blah. I wasn't able to record and upload. And it's a damn shame, because looking back at like some of those videos, they are easily some of the videos that each one of those broke 1K, and some of them are around like 5K plus. So that's really good for a small content creator. Like really good.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's just so frustrating, because it's like I had all of this other content planned, and I just never got to actually put it out there, just because I joined the wrong server and I totally got derailed, and I was just like, damn. Yeah, it was a shame. That game is really fun. It's just a really good time. But yeah, it just, the whole thing got kind of, it's just yeah.
Nah,
it's
bro.
rough.
That's unfortunate.
YouTube's tough.
It's
tough.
It is, yeah. I started back in 2018 with Fortnite. With Fortnite Save the World videos. And
Save the World.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah. I initially started playing it for the V-Bucks because I was a broke bitch, and I got like $500 rand, not dollars, as like a birthday gift, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna buy Save the World because me and my buddies, we were playing Fortnite a fuck ton back then, and
Gotcha.
you know, I was like, well, hey, I ain't got the money to put up 5 V-Bucks and all that shit, you know. So I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna buy what do you call it? Gonna buy Save the World and grind some V-Bucks there. And then my buddy started joining me, and then in October 29th, which is my debut date, but October 29th of 2018, I uploaded my first video. I got 78 views on it, and I was like, damn, that's good for like my very first video. My best video was what was it? It was a special Halloween event thing that happened, and it hit 140 views, and I was like, dude, I broke triple digits. Let's go.
Yeah, it's always special when you hit like those little milestones.
Yeah.
And like it's something I noticed once I started getting a little bigger on like Twitch is like you stop appreciating the small stuff. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's crazy to have even like 5 people watching you.
It is. It really is. Like,
a
imagine
room full of people.
Imagine
just
5 people
you.
sitting behind your chair, looking at your screen and chatting with you and laughing at you, or with you.
It's like really really cool. But as you get bigger, it's like, yeah, man, I wish I had blah blah blah. Like I'm trying to hit partner, blah 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 blah. And you stop appreciating the small things, and it's not something that like you notice right off the bat or something that you're intentionally doing. It's just like it stops being enough because you're just trying to reach higher.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important to take a step back and be like, oh shit, wait, no, this is really cool. And this is not something a lot of people have the privilege of getting to experience.
Yeah.
And it's really important to take a step and just be like, oh, okay, this is actually really cool. I managed to do something that tons of people can only dream of.
Yeah.
And yeah, it can be really humbling.
Yeah. To date, I still haven't had a video that broke 1K views. I've had a short that broke 1K views, and it's like one of my worst shorts in my opinion. It's still pretty funny, but it's like I don't get. I have another one that I love so much more, and it's a flop.
I hate that. I hate that.
It's literally. I'll share it. I've shared it before. I'm sharing it again. I'm sending you the link. It is literally like one of my best most well edited shorts ever. It is so absurd and funny, and I love it. I broke myself with laughter while editing and when it happened and all that. I have a friend of mine who still, it's like to date his favorite moment of any stream because he was there when it happened. And it's got 150 views. It just flopped, and I'm like, why?
Yep.
Why did this one flop? But my best video is on 840 views, and it's a live to D tutorial. Super outdated one.
I've noticed that the
but it still
tutorial
pulls
guides,
views.
all that sort of content always does really well.
Yeah.
It just does well because people are always looking stuff up to learn.
Yeah.
And it sucks because you're like, damn it. It especially really feels bad when you're like, you have a feeling like, oh man, this is gonna work out. I'm releasing this at a time where a lot of people are already talking about said thing. It's like this. There's no way this doesn't.
It was a
well.
brand new feature at the time too.
And it just flops, and you're just like, oh
yeah. It's just okay.
Oh no.
I mean,
as
as I said, that video is still pulling views even today. Not a lot,
That's
but
cool.
it's like, you know, every now and then, if I've gone a week without streaming, like I have a couple times these last couple months, then it's like, oh hey, I see this video, working steering wheel for VTubers. It's got 3 views in the last 48 hours. And I'm like, hey, that's pretty poggers.
Yep.
Granted, it's not applicable. There are much better ways to do a working steering wheel now. But oh well, that's the rut we're stuck in.
Yeah.
But you know what? Speaking of this, while we're on this topic, I'm going to jump ahead to one of our later questions and then ask you. So, what do you do when facing burnout? What keeps you motivated and inspired for making content?
I keep doing content. Like, so never taken a true break in the sense that I've like completely stopped making stuff. Like even now when I'm technically, because right now I was in a similar situation to what you were going through earlier. I've gotten a new job, but my workload from before has stayed the same. So that means I'm juggling commissions, streaming,
real job,
YouTube, VA, and now this new job. And the thing is, this is just a part-time job. It's just taking up 20 hours of my week.
Yeah,
but that's still 20 hours of my week. And it's like, now I have more financial security, which is God, I can't even stress how nice that is.
Dude, I agree 100%. It has been so long since I've actually had financial security. Like ever since I quit my part-time job in 11th grade. Or was it actually? Yeah, 11th grade. I had a part-time job at a hardware store for like 6 months. And it was great. I had money to spend and shit. And then something came up. I had post-school stuff on weekends, which, weekends was when I was working. So it's like an extra whole-ass course that I was doing on Saturdays, which I can't only work Sundays at the store. That's too short. It's not worth the time for them or for me.
Right.
And now, with this job, it's like, dude, I'm getting paid like $500 a day. Once again, rand, not dollars. Damn. Rand, not dollars. The conversion rate currently is like 19 rand to the dollar. So it's not a lot. It's not a lot when compared to dollars.
All day for my job. So when people give me something to actually math outside of that, it's like, nope, we can't do it.
I'll convert it real quick.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so either way, it's like, it's not bad. It's a decent salary. It's 10K a month. So that would be $500 a month, essentially. It's not a lot, but it's a lot down here. That's a full body rig for me a month. So
that's pretty sick. Nice.
it's a full-time job, and there's that financial security that I have, and it's been amazing, and I've spent so much money recently. But it's nice to be able to and not live literally from paycheck to paycheck.
Yep.
As I have been with comms and all that.
Oh god, doing freelance work as someone who's not super popular it's a pain. It's stressful.
It really is.
So much stress.
It really is.
Any minor inconvenience suddenly becomes world-ending. Yeah.
You got sick and you can't work on comms for a week? Oh. Enjoy eating plain bread for like 3 weeks.
It's over.
It's over.
Yeah, no. I remember something like right after I did my re-debut, my computer broke.
Yeah.
My streaming computer.
Yeah.
It was just like the worst of circumstances, because it was like we're seeing pretty good growth. I was playing Final Fantasy 16, and like I had spent months leading up to Final Fantasy 16 to make sure that on release I would be able to play it comfortably without having to worry about numbers and all sorts of stuff like that. And it was going well, and then my computer died mid playthrough, and I still haven't finished Final Fantasy 16, even though it was one of my most anticipated game of all time. Because it just died mid playthrough, and I was like, no!
You just have that bad memory of it, the bad connotation of like, but and I totally understand how it feels, leaving something like that, because that's what happened with me when Skyrim, as I mentioned in grade 8, I played a fuck ton of it, and I poured so much time into it, and I got into modding, and I over-modded my game and corrupted my save. I corrupted my main character, and I just never, I've not touched Skyrim ever since.
Yeah,
Ever
no,
since I
that's
lost my
weird.
character with like 1,500 hours on it. I've never touched it again.
Yeah. That'll do it. That'll do it.
I've wanted to. Same as with The Witcher. My PC died and I had to get it formatted, and I reinstalled The Witcher 3. I finished the main game. I finished Hearts of Stone. I was busy with Blood and Wine. I reinstalled The Witcher 3 and I wanted to start Blood and Wine. I didn't know how to play the game anymore because I'd forgotten all of the controls. And yeah, it's just, you know, it didn't... I've never gone back to it.
Yep. Yeah, that's rough.
So,
It's always tough when you get like those debilitating setbacks when you also don't have the budget to just like quickly compensate for it either.
Yeah.
It's just like,
especially if it's with something you like, you really love and enjoy, and like you know you will.
oh yeah,
And all of that. Like, I still haven't gotten back to Horizon Zero Dawn. It was streamed out on my old PC. Actually, I think it's still this PC.
Horizon.
Yeah, I think it's still this PC actually that I streamed it on. I've not changed too much. Maybe I've changed the CPU, the RAM, and the motherboard. That's pretty much it. I've not changed the graphics card though. It's still a 1050 Ti. Horizon Zero Dawn does not like being streamed on a 1050 Ti. Even if you're streaming at 720p, it's horrible. The first tutorial area was fine. The first post-tutorial area was fine. As soon as you get into the next area, nah, it died. I was streaming it. I was streaming it while I was doing a house sitting gig, and I was streaming it in the middle of the night, like 12 p.m. because I was the only one in the house. You know, had good internet and all that. I brought over my whole PC setup and got everything set up there, and I streamed it. And literally, I struggled for an hour with 15 FPS, textures and everything not loading, disappearing ground. It was just such a horrible experience. And 12 p.m., like midnight, is not my usual streaming time, so there was nobody watching me. So I was sitting there suffering alone. And I was like,
in silence.
No,
oh no,
this is not gonna this is not gonna work.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I am ending stream. And I've not gotten back to it. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this tough.
That shit, man, it's demoralizing. So, you said then, when you do get to that stage, you know, facing burnout, facing your PC dying, how do you deal with it?
I just keep on going. If I can't make the content that I want to make in the moment, I make something else.
What would your advice be for someone in such a situation?
So I come from a set of like, I come from the privilege of being able to do art and learning how to do it. So it's a skill I now have, which means that when I get faced with situations like this, I can just continue to like make art and post it on Twitter, and that way I have some sort of momentum going on one of my platforms, even if like all of my video making stuff, blah, 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 was completely like derailed by the loss of my computer. I was still able to continue forward in some way. And that was by, you know, improving my stuff on Twitter and just staying active on there so people don't forget I exist completely. Because that can easily happen in content creation. If you don't make stuff, people easily forget and go to the new person.
Oh, definitely, especially with how saturated VTubing is right now.
Well, just content creation in general, really. It extends far beyond just VTubing. It's just
even just VTubing as a niche. Just VTubing as a niche as well, though. Like, you know,
there's always someone debuting every week.
There's always someone graduating a week too. Recently, it's been feeling like holy hell.
People are realizing that it's a lot harder than they thought it was.
Yeah, I've been seeing it. You know, being here almost 3 years. Like literally, I 3 weeks away from my 3-year anniversary, and it's like, yeah.
My not so hot take is that people jumped into this thinking it'd be something like a fun OC they can do on stream.
Yeah, no,
And
no, it ain't.
they had some extra money from stimulus checks if you're like in the US, and they're
Dude,
like, you know what? Yeah,
I
I'll buy
profited
it.
off of those stim checks.
Oh, so
I'm not
did I,
even.
so did I,
I'm not
so
even
did I.
in America, and I profited off of that shit.
Oh yeah, I was so happy. I was like, oh damn, okay. Yeah, there was a period of time where I got like 3 model commissions in a month, and that
They
was
were
like
all paid
my
by stim
top
checks,
earning
weren't they?
month. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was so happy. Yeah, I was good for like solid 3 months after that,
Yeah.
and then I hadn't gotten like a single comp for like 4 months after that. So like, yeah, that hurt.
I
God,
always
doing
have
comms
this
sucks,
this
dude.
time, dude. From December to February, or like end Feb, start March. That first quarter of the year is horrible. It is horrible because it's
Because
always
people spend
dry.
all their money. People already spent their money on Christmas
Yeah, yeah.
and like
Or New Year's.
all those other holidays during that time, and it's just like
Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, Halloween,
mhm.
all of those.
Everyone's spending cash, but not on artists.
Not on us.
Well, sometimes. Yeah, that's why you do like your
Sometimes.
character here's, or like, oh, I could draw your OC in a Santa hat, and everyone's like,
Yeah.
oh, Santa
Like I'm
hat.
just waiting for
like,
November
"Yep,
to.
a Santa
I'm
hat."
just waiting for November to roll in, and everybody starts getting Padodoos.
Padodoos. Yeah, I
Yeah.
want my little Padodo.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Like, why don't you have one? And it's like, do you really need another?
Yeah,
Unless you've had a
you
rebrand.
don't need another.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I need a new one.
you know.
You
Speaking of
reminded me, how
rebrands.
dare.
Speaking of rebrand. So, this is a question that I always tailor to my guests. Well, since you've already gone
Yep.
through a rebrand, I'm forcing you to rebrand again. If you had
God.
to, what would you
I had
rebrand
to
to and why? Some limitations. You're not allowed to be a skeleton. You're not allowed to be a
Okay.
hellhound.
Okay,
Those are your limitations.
I rebrand to a normal guy and I start face streaming and see how that works out.
Okay, then, well, part 2 of the question, why?
Why? It's something I've been curious about, and it's actually an experiment I'm going to do fairly soon, where I'm gonna make the same exact video. The one thing I change is that I use my VTuber model for one, and then on another channel I just use my actual face for the other.
Oh, and then you want to compare them.
And I just want to see how well they do in comparison to each other,
Alright.
because
Make like two
Like, as-
two brand new channels. Test it that way. Because if you upload the one on your main channel and then another one on a brand new channel, it's going to be a bit biased. Data's going to be skewed.
Because it's always weird. The YouTube algorithm is always weird.
Oh, definitely.
So I'm gonna be uploading the VTuber one to this channel because, like, I'm still working on this channel. Hopefully it does good. And then I'm just gonna make another channel and be like, all right, it'll be my first video on there, and we'll see how well it does there.
We'll test it.
And
Just name it like
the
Skully Sinful
reason-
2. Or Skully Sinful was taken.
nah, I'm probably gonna name it something like V2 Speaks or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So like I've been thinking about this for a while now. And I feel like no matter how good your VTuber, like your avatar is, right, or your model is, it can't convey exactly all the facial expressions and the little nuance that a normal human face can.
Yeah.
And that's just some of the limitations of the technology.
It can
obviously, I'm
also,
not
though,
gonna
exaggerate it. Like, exaggerate the more subtle stuff.
So there are perks to it. But people have always said I have a nice smile, so I'm just gonna see how far I can take that. I'm just gonna be like, all right, let's see how far I can take it. And then I'm still trying to figure out if I should do like a gimmick for my face cam streams, like, or should I just play completely straight? And the one thing I'm considering is I might wear aviators because I just really like aviators, but that's
Dude,
about
same.
it.
Aviators are the only shades that match my face. I've tried so many others. Aviators are the only ones. They just look good.
They just look good.
To be fair though, aviators look good on almost anyone.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Almost.
Like, they're just such a vibe.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well,
I've got 2 pairs of aviators and I love both of them.
And the one thing I'm worried about is that every time I've posted like because I used to be very like protective of my identity and stuff.
Yeah. When you were still wanting to go into teaching.
I used to only do like mask characters and stuff like that. But nowadays I'm like completely fine with sharing my face. The one thing that bugs me though is that whenever I show my face, someone without fail has commented, you know, you kind of look like Wendigoon. And if you're unfamiliar with who Wendigoon is, he is a fairly popular horror content creator on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's just like, God, okay. And my wife has been telling me this before I even started like sharing stuff. It's like, you know, you kind of look like a Latino Wendigoon. I'm like,
a Latino Wendigoon.
Yep. And I'm just like, all right. I mean, I don't mind the comparison at all because, you know, he's not a bad
Wendigoon's a handsome motherfucker.
Yeah.
If we're gonna be honest.
So I'm like, all right, cool.
Okay,
it's just like, damn.
I'm imagining a Latino Wendigoon now, and I love it. and I can actually kind of hear the similarities in the voice as well, like just a bit. I can hear it a bit. No. It might be me misremembering because I haven't actually watched a Wendigoon vid in a while, but I don't know. I can hear it. I can hear some similarities, but it's not like, you know, blatant or whatever.
Gotcha. But yeah, that's gonna be my little experiment. I'm very curious to see if it works out. Who knows? Both videos might flop. I think I got a really interesting topic this time around.
Imagine both of the videos fucking blow up, and then you have a comment war where they're like, "Which one's the original?" Because the new channel definitely ripped off the new. It'll be the one side of the war will be saying the new channel ripped off the pre-existing channel, or the pre-existing channel ripped off the new channel.
Yep, it's interesting. But,
and then they'll check and they'll see, wait, both are uploaded on the same day.
No comments, just so I won't be disappointed. Because like that's kind of like the mentality you got to go into it. Like, okay,
true. And then
I'm gonna work hard on this thing, and it probably won't work out, but we'll see.
One of my favorite sayings is I had 0 expectations and I'm still disappointed.
Oh God, yep.
Like
no
that, I feel like
0 expectations, so you can't be disappointed.
Unfortunately, that's not how it works.
I know you'll be disappointed.
You'll be disappointed either way. But okay, let me then hop into one of our next questions, and that would be, what would you say has been the biggest hurdle that you've had to overcome as a VTuber / content creator? So this is something that used to hold you back that doesn't anymore.
Editing. I've gotten a lot better at it. I'm still not nearly as good as my contemporaries or even someone who has been editing for like a year plus. Yeah, I can edit at a very passable level. Like I can do some fun stuff occasionally, but it's something I was kind of forced to learn, not something I wanted to learn or even have much passion for doing. If I had the cash for it, I would definitely hire out an editor because it's just like, man, editing is not the fun part of making videos for me. It's writing them, scripting them, coming up with fun ideas, voice acting them, or you know, doing the voiceover for them. It's not actual editing, finding clips, stitching them together, blah 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 blah. That's not very fun to me. It's everything else about making videos that I really enjoy, which is why I like streaming a lot more than necessarily making videos, but I realized that editing when you don't have an editor is mandatory if you want to make YouTube. So
Pretty
it's
much.
like, yeah, it's a necessary hurdle you gotta overcome.
Yeah. And plus, I mean, like, I like how I edit, but I think other people can just do it better.
Oh yeah, there are some videos on my own channel that are edited by a few different people.
Yeah, I've
volunteered
also
for it.
I've hired a clipper to edit like 2 videos for me previously.
Oh hell yeah.
The clipper, I don't know if it's still active actually, but let me check if it's still active. And he's got a lot of subs. The clipper has like 62.5k subs, and he mainly clips Mume. Yeah, no, he's been kind of inactive. The last clip that he did was 4 months ago, but it's this guy, and honestly, made amazing edits. Although,
oh cool,
algorithm fucked us both over because the clips still flopped.
Yeah.
So in the end, I was like, I cannot afford to pay you, because he asked me, I think it was like, what was it? I think it was like $15 for every 30 seconds of a clip. But it's like highly edited. It's like super. It's memeified. It's worth it.
Yeah, it's worth.
But
it's
it's
worth
$15 every 30 seconds, and I don't have that. I cannot afford to pay $15 for every 30 seconds, at least not right now. If YouTube starts paying me, maybe. But even then, no.
Yep. It's always so weird when it comes to like content creation, because like you feel like some of the content you make is really fun. Like I still remember going back to some of my videos and laughing my ass off because it's just like they're a good time. Like, I don't think there's a single video I've ever put out that I myself didn't enjoy. So it's like you get into like this negative headspace sometimes. It's like, I really like this thing. And I thought this thing that I made was really cool. And I put a lot of myself into it. But then other people didn't seem to really like it.
Yeah.
And you're just like, huh, is that just me being unlucky with algorithms and who actually got to see it?
Yeah.
Or is it a problem with me in general? And like that's a really negative mind state to get into. But it's always really important to.
It's unfortunately the thing that I feel like maybe all content creators will have to go through. And I mean, it's a thing that does happen.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like it's such a pain.
It really, really sucks.
Yeah. Because I mean, along those lines, I've had a cover of a song I finished ages ago. I probably finished it about a year ago now. Let me check. I know I have it right here. It was done. The final version of it. Oh shit! I accidentally opened the file. The final version was exported on the 6th of the 6th of 2022. It's a really good cover. I am super happy with it. I've listened to it many times. All of my friends that I've played it to, they've been like, yeah, I love it. It's amazing. And I've just not gotten to upload it because I'm like, but what if people don't like it, you know?
Yep. And that's the thing. Like, as content creators, it's important to remember that we do have an audience. It's just they haven't found us yet, right?
Unfortunately.
And my whole mindset as a content creator is, how do I get people to realize that I exist? Because people will like me. There's like, if people can like some of the content creators that exist out there right now who are like just objectively pieces of shit.
For real.
This is me just throwing roast at the manosphere and like fucking assholes who just promote really hateful and like god awful shit.
Yeah.
Like, if they can get an audience,
why
then,
can't
like,
I?
People who make genuinely funny stuff and like just, you know, good things should be able to find an audience. It's just a matter of actually getting people to realize you exist.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, people don't know you're out there. And it's just a matter of getting those eyes on you so that they can be like, oh shit. Yeah, no, I like this guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy makes stuff that I kind of vibe with, you know?
Yeah, or it's like, hey,
And that's the
these
real
these
challenge.
streams are like super chill, and you know, like I like the vibe. It's a good thing.
Mhm.
They stream at like the time that I just come home from work. It's like, you know,
Yeah,
I can sit back
absolutely.
and unwind. And it's just like, you know, they have someone else that they watch at that time usually, and it's like maybe they stumble upon you then. And it's like, oh, hey, this dude's pretty cool.
Yep.
Might have to start splitting my time with them.
Yeah, but that's the struggle.
Yeah.
Getting people to actually be like, hey, this person's out there
Yeah.
and I really like them. But they can't do that if you don't like make content.
No, you can't be
And
discovered if there is nothing to discover.
Mm-hmm. Because like there's a lot of content creators that I really enjoy, but they're not making content on stuff like TikTok or YouTube. And I'm like, guys, you should do that. And
That's
it's
me.
like I struggle to make content for TikTok and
That's
YouTube.
me.
So it's like a personal failing of mine that I'm like, Skully, you should really be doing this. It will only help you. And it's like the best way to do it. And it's like,
Yeah.
I know, but I got so much other shit going on right now that
For
it's
real.
tough to actually do it.
I just don't have the mind for fucking short form content. The
Honestly.
only thing that I can think of that works for short form for me is clips from my streams. But for that, I need to stream, and then I need to actually clip it and download it and then edit it. And it's like, sometimes I just don't think I'm funny. But somebody else might, but I don't think I'm funny. I'm like, no, that was fucking stupid. That was cringe.
Yeah.
Or it's just like, you know,
tough.
I'm doing
It's
the
tough.
moment. I forget the hotkey to clip. Because I'm using
Yeah,
Vertical, which is an absolutely amazing plugin. Like, I'll quickly share, change my screen share to you, and then you can see it here on the side. I have it right here. Right here. There's my Vertical
wow.
plugin right there. And I have it running through every single stream. And I've got a couple clips that I've taken from like
That's
the show.
awesome.
Yeah, dude, it's just running. It's running on the replay buffer. And when I press is it FN equals? I think. It might be alt equal. No, alt equal is a different thing. But when I press a certain button, it records saves the last 60 seconds in this vertical format, which I can edit the whole source like a main overlay over here. I can edit everything
That's
there.
really interesting.
And it's like, you know, it's
is
an
really
amazing plugin. I lack I don't use it. I don't use it nearly as much as I should.
Yep. Right now, what I use is like a third-party program.
Yeah.
That I throw in clips that people have made or like I've made, and just like, damn, it's tough and it's time-consuming and it's absolutely something you have to do.
Yeah. And it's like, that's why I actually want to set up a bot timer to be like, because YouTube now has clipping on live streams. The only issue is
That's cool.
YouTube does not have a clip directory. You cannot view the clips that have been made on your channel. Only the clipper has the link to that clip. And even then, you can't download said clip. So it's an issue. And I want to set up like a bot timer where it just says, hey, that was cool that happened. Do you mind clipping it and sending it in the Discord? There's a hashtag clips channel right there. Like, make my job easier. Help the channel grow a bit.
Yep.
But
and like I have like a whole little backlog of clips, and I'm just like, damn, I need to go into these, and it's like that's easily a week's worth or like 2 weeks worth of
work.
Like work, but it's also like that amount of content you could just throw on stuff like TikTok and stuff.
And then not to mention, I just don't like TikTok as a platform.
Yep. But it's very useful for growth.
I know. But you have to post consistently on. But you have to post consistently. That's the issue.
Have you ever found things that were like super good for your growth as a content creator, but like they're things that you genuinely don't want to keep on doing?
I think I've had something like that, but I can't put my finger on it right now. Something that was great for growth. Huh? Honestly, no, I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now. What would you say was yours?
For me, I had like this one moment last year that was phenomenal for my growth.
Oh, yeah?
It was probably been the one video that I put out that actually resulted in the most growth I've ever had. But it was also content that I didn't really want to be known for or create much of. And that's when a lot of ASMR YouTubers were starting to use VTuber tags.
Oh.
And there was a specific ASMR artist who got really pissed at VTubers and went on a little rant.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. And I made a little video in response to that. And that video did massively well. And I posted that on Twitter. And it did super well on Twitter. My channel, my Twitch channel ended up blowing up because of it. And like I said, it was like 300 plus follows from that one video to my Twitch, which is the crazy part about it.
That is a metric right there.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, but I don't really care for drama content. And that's exactly what that was. And like in that moment, I had felt very strongly about it. And you know what? I still feel strongly about it because that is a pretty big thing to do on Twitch, especially because Twitch discovery is ass. And if people are abusing the tag system to take that from other groups, you're a piece of shit, honestly.
Yeah.
And so I feel like people were responding well to that because they were like, yeah, but it was also drama content.
Yeah.
I don't want to be known for drama content. I don't want to make drama content consistently.
I consume the shit. Yeah, I'll consume it, but I don't want to do it.
I like drama content, but
the VTuber community has no shortage of it.
Yeah, even if it'd be phenomenal for my growth, I just don't like doing it because it's not the kind of content creator I want to be known as,
and it's not going to foster the community that you want.
Exactly.
Because with drama comes the type of let's say you got into some hectic type drama and all of a sudden you get a massive spike in population. The people that come from that drama are gonna come for the drama, which means they're gonna want more of said drama, which means if you're not gonna deliver, you're gonna have empty followers essentially. You're gonna have bloated numbers like I do, because a lot of my followers is just I don't know, it's like one-time stop buys and it's drop a follow and it's like I've got 1.4 thousand subs on YouTube. How many people do you think do I on average have on stream? That's like I have like an average concurrent of 3.
Yep.
So it's and same on Twitter. It's got 1,000 plus followers. I make a tweet, I get 10 likes. It's all bloated numbers.
Yeah, and I think the thing that killed me about that one in particular is that I know that I could have kept on creating that kind of content, and I think it would have worked out in the end for me. And I think that idea sucks, right? Knowing the fact that if you had kept on pursuing this thread of content creation that you really didn't care for, it would have actually get you the success that you were looking for, but just not in the way that you wanted to get there.
Yeah.
And I think that's always really bugged me in the back of my head because it's I probably could have kept on tugging at that thread and made something of it. Yeah, made something of it. But it wouldn't have been the thing that I wanted to create in the long term.
Yeah.
And that's why
it wouldn't have been you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it would have been me, but it's not the part of me that I really want to be super representative of me. Because
actually, I do have something. It just crossed my mind. I do have something that was a massive boost for my my following, but it is not something I want to happen again. That was I got banned off YouTube.
Oh no.
on this account.
What?
I got,
that's wild.
I got bot raided while I was literally ending a stream. I was ending a stream. I got bot raided. I had bots in my come into my chat, and at that point, you might have noticed, I don't show profile pictures on my streams anymore, because at that point I did. The guy had a super racially slur-filled name, and he had a. At that point, I couldn't even make out the profile picture because it was so tiny, but the profile picture was just a full-on BBC.
Oh. Oh my god.
I couldn't make out what it was until after the fact.
We're not talking about the TV station.
No, we're not. We're not. And
Oh no.
I ended stream not more than like a minute or two after he came in. I immediately banned him. Deleted the message, and it was gone. It wasn't on my screen for more than 15 seconds. Because that's, you know, sometimes you gotta wait for the thing to load or whatever. And, you know, it's just 15 seconds. That's all it took. When I ended stream, my friend and mod at the time DM'd me and was like, Zara, what happened to your channel? I knew instantly what had happened. I knew instantly what had happened. I go to YouTube Studio and I'm like, I see the little YouTube monkey that you get when you find an invalid link. I get the little YouTube monkey saying your channel has been removed due to violating the community guidelines of these things. And at that point, it was a massive issue because it happened to Kubo Kanairu from Hololive twice. Mm-hmm. It happened to her twice, where she got bot raided. And the thing is, it's not just because the bot was in your chat. The bots also mass report your channel immediately after entering chat. So that's what happened. They report your video and channel for posting explicit and sexual content. I got my channel back 2 days later, and the stream that it happened in is still blocked. It is. I cannot get that stream back on, all because of that 10-second time span that it was there.
That's rough. That's really rough.
Yeah, luckily it was just a chill art stream where I was just coloring in a doodle or something. It was like 2 hours after I'd finished a different game, and yeah. But after I got my channel back, a week later I had my birthday stream and I debuted this model. Because it happened a week before my birthday. I was stressing the fuck out. And when that happened, with all of the shit that I started on YouTube and all of my friends coming to support me, being like, hey, what the fuck? Bro, he lost his channel, you know, getting back, you know, those kinds of things. The stuff that happen when you get banned unjustly. And after that, my channel grew with like 100 to 150 subs, which at that point I wasn't at 1,000 yet. It was big.
Oh yeah, no.
And the debut stream where I debuted this model, it was a donathon, which flopped, because I set my expectations way too high. And
those always hurt.
yeah. Now I'm not doing a donathon again until I properly have, like, you know, a community that would actually, you know, be able to support that. And otherwise, you know, I'm not in that much need of money. I can support myself. I have ways. I don't need anybody to tip me. The last time I got a tip was 4 months ago, and that was for my birthday from one of my best friends, IRL.
That's sweet, though. That is sweet.
It is definitely. And before that, the last dono was 1 year ago. On the 18th of November 2022. So it's like, you know, I don't push for tips. I don't push for any kind of thing like that. The only thing I'd push for is memberships, because I'd make them cheap as fuck as soon as I have them, like half a dollar if I can.
Oh, cool.
And I'll be like, hey, you want emotes? Get it. It's super fucking cheap.
Nice and easy emotes.
Exactly. That's the thing that YouTube has over Twitch. But anyways, yeah. after the VOD, like after I ended stream, the day after, the VOD fucking blew up. Oh, my bad. I had gas in my throat. The VOD
You're all good.
blew up. And it got like 1,000 views after the fact. Like the next day, within a day, it had 1,000 views. And the next day, it got another 200. Then the day after that, it got 100, and then it flatlined.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, it was just wild. Currently, it's sitting on 2,400 views. That's where it's at. And let me just quickly check the analytics. Views. Yeah, it was literally in the first day after 570 views. Then the first 2 days, it was on 1,647. Then the first 3 days, 1,805. And so, you know, over the last year, it's just steadily gotten views and climbed. And I got 53 extra subscribers from it, 200 watch hours, you know, fucking banging.
Oh yeah. All right.
But yeah, I don't want to be banned again.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
don't want
never
that happening
fun.
again. That was fucking scary. 'Cause
Yeah, I remember.
Imagine ending your stream and like 2 minutes later, one of your best friends messages you on Discord. What happened to your channel? And you just go, and it's like, oh, hey, my channel's gone, like wiped off the face of the earth.
That's
Well,
not
that's
good.
fun.
That doesn't feel very fun.
No,
Yeah,
no,
that's
it's not.
I remember there was a glitch going on with Twitter, maybe like 3 or 4 months back, and it was just banning a ton of like people in general.
Oh yeah.
And it was suspensions, right? I was so fucking terrified because that was before I had gotten a normal job, so that was my primary source of income. That's where I was
Yep.
letting most of my people know, like, hey, and it's
Palms are
Twitter
open.
is still my best platform in
Same.
general, right?
Same. That's where I
Like
get most of
Twitch.
my people coming to me for rigging commissions.
Twitch
And most
is
of the
fine,
time, it's also word of
but-
mouth.
uh-huh.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. Twitch.
But yeah, like Twitch is fine, but Twitter is where I have most of my interactions with people, and that is probably my biggest platform. So with that gone, I was freaking out so bad. And it turned out it was just this random glitch that had banned a bunch of stuff, and like 2 or 3 days later it was back. But I was like, oh, whew.
That was scary.
It was not a good time at all.
No,
Yeah.
no, I can imagine. But okay, we are running a bit short on time because my
no.
power is dying in 13 minutes.
Oh no.
So
All right,
I will
all right.
ask
Questions.
one last question, and that would be, what is your biggest weakness in VTubing now? Like, what is something that's holding you back now?
Management and monies, because they go really hand in hand, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Right now it is just that I am completely swamped with a million different things, and I end up working on some stuff and not being able to complete most other things. Like, I don't think I've streamed in a week or so, and that's not good because I used to be on a very, very strict 4 days a week, no matter what kind of schedule.
Yeah.
And I had stuck by it for that first year and a half very well. And then things went to hell a little while back with my computer dying, and I haven't been able to really get back on track since.
Same.
So
Honestly,
yeah.
same. I've had a super consistent schedule of every Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the last basically 2 years. I've had a super consistent schedule where Mondays I stream, Wednesdays I stream, and Fridays I stream. Usually it was just another chill gaming stream, and then when I started the show, every Friday I've done a show every week. And to this day I've only missed 3 weeks. One was New Year's Eve, which obviously that wasn't going to happen.
Right.
And 2 others were last minute cancellations. Actually, no, the one was
really
me.
Good. That's
The
really
one-
good.
It might have been 4 weeks that I two times that I had last minute cancellations, and then another one where I was away. I was literally almost out of the province for the
Gotcha.
Friday, so that also couldn't happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, and otherwise, super consistent. Every week I've done one, and I've got people booked for the rest of the next couple episodes, except episode 100 still. I'm trying
I gotta
hard.
figure that one out.
I'm trying hard.
Yep.
Yeah, and ever since I've gotten the job, it's gone to shit. I haven't streamed on Mondays in a while, no Wednesdays either, and it's just now when I had 2 weeks off, and I streamed twice. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Yeah. No, that's tough. And then
But, okay.
I say money as this is the second thing, because it's like, damn, I know if I had the cash to hire an editor, I could easily start mitigating some of the issues I have with my video production.
Yeah.
And that
If
would
I had money
really...
to pay many different artists, I could post art on Twitter regularly and gain followers like that.
Gosh, yes. Yep.
Because you ain't got the time to make the art yourself. Because you ain't got the time to edit yourself.
Yep. It's like, if I don't have the time to edit myself, I definitely don't have the time to do a bunch of artwork.
No.
And if I'm swamped with comms, then I definitely don't have enough time to work on artwork for myself in my own channel.
Exactly.
So it's like, damn, yep. Caught between a rock and another rock and another rock and another rock and another rock, and then there's the hard place. Oh damn!
Exactly. You're just in a tower of rocks, and they're all standing on top of you.
But slowly but surely, I like stopped taking commissions for a while, and I'm just gonna get rid of this backlog that I have. And
I might have to do that too, because I do have a bunch of commissions lined up, and I don't think I can take more. Even though I do want to take more, because as soon as I close commissions and I open them again, it's a drought.
Yep. Yeah, that's the scary part about comms. You never know when you're gonna get them.
No.
And yeah, it's just rough. But yeah, I think that's my biggest struggles at the moment. It is managing my time and managing my monies to help manage my time. Ironically.
Okay. And then that will be the end of my questions. So we're gonna do a quick fire round of Q&A. Our usual question that we have is from my good friend and mod, preferably just Simon, asking, are you before I ask his question, are you good with tongue twisters?
Sure.
Okay, the question is, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Well, if a woodchuck could chuck wood, I would say the amount of wood a woodchuck could chuck is around like 30.
Ah, you almost had it. That's like half right. The number's wrong. It's more abstract. But it's
I think it's 30. I wholeheartedly believe it's 30.
Is it? But what if the woodchuck is weak, and what if the woodchuck is strong? Then the woodchuck would chuck as much wood as the woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Talking about the average woodchuck who could chuck wood if they could chuck wood.
Yeah.
It's just gonna average out to about 30.
Okay, but no, we're talking about a woodchuck. It could be any one of them. We're not just averaging it out. We don't have a specific number. You know,
so we're just taking these woodchucks at face value. We're just grabbing a random woodchuck who could chuck wood.
Yes, and how much wood could he chuck? He would chuck as much as he could chuck, no?
Yeah, no. I guess the woodchuck could chuck as much as he could chuck.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I think that's like the best we've had so far. No, Simon? Wouldn't you agree? No, that was a good one. I like that. Then the next question is, hold up, let me find my previous guest so I can find this image so that I can send it to you. How good is your Welsh?
My Welsh?
Yeah.
Oh no. Why would you ask me that? I have no idea how to say any Welsh things ever.
Okay, because I want you to read this out for me. I want you to pronounce this town name. My regulars, you know this was happening. You know this was happening. I'm looking for excuses to flex, and I want to see how my guests struggle with it. So please read out that town name. Do you want me to go first?
That's just that. Yeah, you go first.
You want me to go first? Okay, so follow along. It is Plan var pulgen gel gogurch van doppelante silio gogogoch.
You're lying. That's not what it is.
Nope. I'm not lying. That is exactly what it is. It's Flanvar Quilgun Gil Gugerich van Dobelante Silio Gugugu.
Leander Pilgrim. Oh god. Oh god. Hell. What is this shit, dude? What the fuck? Okay. One more time. We're gonna try. Leander Pilgrim Gil Goger. Go gosh.
You got the go. Kind of.
Go.
Yeah. There we go. That's my favorite part. Just go.
That's cruel. That's cruel and unusual punishment.
Don't worry. Nobody actually calls it by the full name. They usually call it Flanvar. That's the short name for the town. Flanvar.
Flanvar.
Yeah. But okay.
Yeah,
then the next question is, how good is your knowledge of Japanese names?
It's not that bad.
Okay. Repeat after me.
I don't like the laugh. That's very sus.
Repeat after me. Jugumu Goku no Shirikere Gajer Sugino Sugyo Matsu Ura Matsu Fura Matsu Kunere Tokoro ni Sumatokoro Yabarakoji no Barakoji Pipe no shooting on a good in no Pomkopi no Pomkana no Chokume no Chosuke. Go.
I pass.
Okay. Go. I'll allow you to pass.
Oh god. I love that. See, I've seen a few videos of that, and by far my favorite is this one from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
It is that one.
Yeah,
it is that one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea how to say it. It is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it just goes Jugumu Goku to Shirikere Gajer Sugino Sugyo Matsu Ura Matsu Fura Matsu Kunere Tokoro ni Sumatokoro Yabarakoji no Barakoji Pipe no shooting on a good in a Pomkopi no Pomkana no Chokume no Chosuke.
I gotta hand it to you. That is really impressive.
Thank you.
Like, my tail has been wagging this whole time because it's like, I love the fact that you can do that. Oh god, my mouth is hurting.
I learned it. The funny thing is, right? I learned it one night just because I was sitting on the shitter. I was literally taking a dump, and I was just like, you know what? I saw the clip before I went, and I was like, I want to learn how to say that. I want to learn how to say that. And then I learned how to say it, and every episode I've been practicing it. Same as with like Clanvire, where I've been practicing it live almost every episode of FNV. And the first time I actually did it, I was like, I just did that. Where I, properly said Clanvire Quilgin Gel Gugerich and Silio Gugugu. And I was like, what?
That's actually so impressive. What the fuck? That's so cool.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But okay, next question is from Abdul asking, who do mice worship? There is a correct answer.
Who do mice worship?
Yes. What religious figure do mice believe in?
Well.
There is a correct answer for this.
My gut tells me Ratty the Rat Lord, but I don't think that's the right answer.
Nope, it is indeed incorrect. The correct answer is Jesus Christ.
Ah. I like that. I like cheeses.
I did too. Then the next question, also from Abdul, is, do you prefer your water with or without the bone? I have
with the bone. It adds flavor.
Okay, cool. And then Matthew Ilsley, Matthew, I don't know how to say your last name. I apologize. Asked, what inspired you to be a VTuber? We did kind of ask this question earlier. You said, just
really
a quick rehash.
I was just stupid. I was just dumb.
That's a good answer. I'll take it. And I'm sure Matthew will as well. And then...
Yeah, I kind of stumbled into it, my guy. It's not something I was like, I'm going to be a VTuber. It's like, oh shit, I'm a VTuber. Yeah.
Oh, well. Then the last question that we'll take from the Q&A is, where was it? If you had the chance to grow out a proper tail, would you?
A proper tail, like
Like
I could just have
IRL.
a tail.
Yeah,
IRL, if I could just have a tail.
yeah.
Would
Like the one on your model.
okay? Would it just be a tail, or would I also have ears? Because it's like,
would you want the ears? Is it like
I would want the
you
ears.
need the
It's
ears,
like-
and like
it's like a
without the
set
ears,
deal.
it's not gonna happen?
yeah, it just feels like awkward if you only have a random tail, especially if it's like a dog tail and you don't have dog ears or like wolf ears, you know?
Okay, that's fair enough. I'll take that.
Okay.
I was like, yes,
In
but
that
only
case-
if ears are involved as well.
Yeah. I'd say yeah. It'd be a pain in the ass to like, modify all your pants and stuff. But
mean,
I think it'd
usually-
be cool enough.
I mean,
Yeah,
usually, currently,
separate.
modern day tails are oftentimes a pain in the ass, if you get what I mean. If it's the plug type, asakoko.
Listen, it's only a
And,
pain
you
if you're weak.
Fair enough. But okay, then the final question that I have for you, which is
right.
not on the list, and is
Sure.
a special question that I got from my friend VTuber Talk, which is a question that he usually uses to end off his stream, is what does being a VTuber mean to you?
So that one's pretty easy because VTubing is just having fun with an original character you make who you can puppet. Like,
Okay.
I think a lot of people treat VTubing as if it's like this crazy giant special thing, but it's really just content creation using an avatar.
True.
And that's what it means to me. It's content creation using an avatar that, I might have poured a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into. And I love my avatar, but it's really nothing like too crazy beyond that. It's really just, I made this avatar and that's what I'm doing content creation with. And there is definitely, I would say, so people don't think there's a VTuber community. And to some degree, I agree, but I feel like there definitely still is communities within VTubing as like a genre. And
Oh, definitely.
yeah. And that's where you make your friends. And I do appreciate all the things that VTubing has brought because of that. Like, I made a lot of really, really great people, and I made some really, really lifelong friends. So yeah, I gotta thank VTubing for that one. It's not something I would have gotten a chance to do otherwise. But
True.
yeah.
That's very fair. But okay, that
But in general, VTubing does mean a lot to me. But
Okay.
If you were talking esoterical, it's like, well, it's not really something that's super crazy on its own, but yeah.
I mean,
VTubing
yeah.
is special.
Yes. Okay. I like that. That's a good answer. But
A
yes,
marvel of modern man.
but yes, that will be
That's what VTubing is.
a marvel of modern man. I've seen that meme. You know that one guy that one old Japanese guy who's like, anime was mistake. I've seen a meme of that of like VTubing was mistake.
I mean, is he wrong? Is he wrong?
No,
We went too far.
no, it's not.
We
We went too far. We have 100% gone too far, and we can't go back anymore. We've fallen and we can't get up. But yes, that will be the end of tonight's episode. So, once again, I thank you all for coming through to tonight, through to the set, through to the episode, having a fun time hanging out with us. I have been your host, Zara. I appreciate you all, and I will see you all in the next episode. Make sure you do go check out my wonderful guest, Skully Sinful. Once again, his links are all in the description, in chat, on the show notes, and on screen, in the title for his YouTube, Everything's there. Go show him some love. And also, for anything to do with the show, fnv.crd.co. And yeah, will be it for me.
Thank you.
So,
That was a lot of fun.
yeah.
Thanks
Oh,
for having me
I'm
on.
glad you enjoyed it. At least I hope you did.
I did. Don't worry.
Hell yeah. But yeah, that will be it. So, once again, I will see you all in the next episode. But until then, ciao for now.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Sun goes down, our spirits fade. Nothing left but
By the way, don't click off just yet. We are gonna raid out. We are raiding out to Kilia Kuriyami of AN Project. We're gonna raid out there. Just, you know, carry on the good vibes. So, the raid message, as usual for the show, will be... I'm taking to get my chat load. Will be Kappa Zara FNV raid! Exclamation point Kappa, just like that. You can highlight it all. Control C, Control V. Copy paste it multiple times like that. So yeah, we'll be heading over there to Kilia Kuriyami's channel. She's doing some green screen stuff, and yeah, show her some love and be kind. But until next time, ciao. Alright, y'all, we are heading out now. Make sure you have your raid messages ready, and I will see you all next time. Yay.